Hello, my name is Leapfrog. I'm all along the story. Thanks for coming. Let's get into it. Brotherhood. What does it mean? What is the idea of brotherhood? And why does it matter so much in terms of the facts and dangers of the world? Sometimes it can mean the idea of brotherhood is in sham of what fatherhood or motherhood or sisterhood could mean. But in Thor the Dark World, we find a team of brothers, especially after the fact of an invasion in New York, sought out by Loki himself. He seems to redeem himself in this movie, but it's all through a death. And that's why brotherhood is the question today. Thanks for coming along the story. Let's get into this topic. Okay, so why is it that there's a lot of notions carried in terms of what brotherhood could possibly mean? It's a great kind of relationship between Thor and Loki, a on and off relationship, a buddy cop relationship. But the thing is, Thor loves Loki. It's questionable if Loki loves Thor, and it's questionable about the amount of time we can spend talking about this in terms of what is and what's not, and the juxtaposition of what actually occurs in terms of these two characters. And while something like that could mean a beauty in terms of the turnaround, what could be a sacrifice for one's love, a sacrifice for one's brother, in order to get back and rekindle the relationship between the two after a full-blown invasion in New York City. Here's the thing. When you go down the line of what it could possibly mean to be a brother, you're pushing the limits in terms of what it means to love a brother. See, a lot of people know this feeling. What brotherhood is, what sisterhood is, what even a love could do for both of those. And on top of that, Thor is dealing with a girl that he has to bring to his world to heal her from the horrible, horrible thing that happened to her on another planet. And that's something that is kind of a side mission in terms of what Thor's responsibility is. That's another thing. It's a responsible factor to have a brother. See, the thing is, sometimes we have to be responsible for a brother. And sometimes we have to be responsible for someone we love and care for. And that's the great part about being a brother. Or just a person that has a relationship with a lot of people. Responsibility. And that's great because that's what we're going to talk about. Because in the next Ukrainian things, we're going to talk about what it means to be a responsible factor in terms of being a brother, a lover, any kind of relationship that you're in. So, let's go into detail. Okay, so when you think about brotherhood in terms of a responsible factor, there's a lot of things you have to take into account for. Making sure the younger brother knows his place, have a loving relationship with him, and being able to use the time spent as memories for you and him together. So the thing is, when you think about all of this in terms of what it means to be a great brother, in terms of responsibility, it's something that we all can do if you have a brother or sister. It's not easy, but it's worth it. And when you get through with the facto de quota, you realize that it's not a responsibility anymore. It's more of a triumph. It's more of a title to behold as an older brother. And it's more of like something you can do for every person you're in a relationship with. Now, the thing is, when it comes to Loki and Thor, it's a little shaky. But altogether, they really hold true to what it means to be in a relationship. But no matter what that model may be, they hold themselves true in terms of being in a relationship, brother to brother or sister to sister. So, here's the thing. When that all comes together, what does it mean for you and me? What does it mean for you and me? Application, of course. Okay, so when you are in the midst of doing things for your brother, when you're in the midst of fighting for your brother, when you're in the greatest part of a start of something greater, what do you do as a result? What's your responsibility? What's your beauty for your brother? What is the most greatest thing you can take away in course of your brother's actions, whoever that brother may be? And how can we do this together? How can we be sure that family members and other members of different relationships are worth the time and worth the responsibility. Well, here's the thing, and this is what you can take away. Be able to make time, be able to make effort, and be able to make memories. Because that's the idea of family members, and that's the idea of other people in relationship styles. To make everything more than what those three things matter to you. And to make sure those three things that I just talked about are encased in a frame of worth. Thank you for coming on application. Let's continue forward. Thank you for following this. Thank you for this Marvel movie review commentary. There'll be more commentaries in the future, so keep an eye out for those. Also, the mission is 1,000 subscribers. You guys don't forget that by hitting the share, like, and subscribe button right on the screen. Also, by hitting that bell. Leave a comment if you can, too. Thank you again. Peace. One more thing. There's a lot of you who have not subscribed who view this channel. The mission is 1,000 subscribers. If you have not yet subscribed get subscribing. Leave a like and share. Also, comment if you can, too. Because there's a lot of you who have not yet. Thank you for coming, and I hope to see you in the future. Peace.